everybody, in this video we're going to talk about evaluating an exponential function with base e that models a real-world situation. So if you recall, e is just approximately 2.78. It's kind of like pi, right? Pi is just a number. So we still have a base raised to a power. So this is called an exponential function with base e. A species of animals is discovered on an island. Suppose that the population size of the species can be modeled by the following function, where t is measured in years. So what does p of t mean? That means that the population after a certain amount of time in years is going to equal this function here. We're told to find the initial population size of the species and the population size after 8 years, and then to round to the nearest whole number. So the population size, initial population size, is going to be p of 0, or when no time has passed, t is equal to 0. So this is equal to 340 divided by 1 plus 8 times e to the negative 0.2 times t, which is 0, which equals 340 over 1 plus 8 times e to the 0. And again, what is any base? Any base to the 0 power is just 1. So this is 340 over 1 plus 8 times 1, which is 9. And we get about 37.7 for our answer. So is it 37.7 years? No, because I have population size of species. So this equals rounded 38 individuals of that certain species. That's at time is 0. Now I want you to think, is this going to go up or going to go down? Well, let's see. We want to know the population after 8 years. So t is 8. 8 years have passed. So we plug this in. My only warning to you is your calculator is going to determine how you plug in these values. For some of them, you will take 0.02 or negative 0.2 times 8 and then raise e to that power, times it by 8, and then add 1. And that's going to be your denominator, and then you'll have to take 340 divided by your denominator. Some of them you can plug this entire thing in as long as you do the correct parentheses in the denominator and you get the right thing out. And if you ever need help with knowing how your function works, or your calculator works, you can look up your specific calculator online. You could come and speak with me and we could get it figured out. So this is going to be equal to 340 divided by 1 plus 8 times e. Well, negative 0.2 times 8 is negative 1.6. After I plug this into my calculator, I get 130.01. And then raised to the nearest whole number, because it doesn't make sense to have a piece of an individual, I get 130 individuals. So after 8 years, I almost increased by 100 individuals in this population.